The next game we have for you is a game called Aside. This game is going to be for two IBX players, and while this scene is happening, at any moment they can step up and tell you what they are really thinking as the scene is going on, and then they'll step back into the scene. For this scene, I need a relationship between two people. Real estate agent and I think I heard home buyer. And again, at any moment, you can step forward and tell us what you're thinking. IBX, go.
So as you see, this home will provide you years of comfort, prestige.
But I mean, John, I told you specifically, I didn't want a ranch. I wanted more of a colonial style, and this is a ranch house. I mean...
They had ranches in the colonial days. Come on, Mike.
I thought that I could get away with something because John was the stupidest real estate agent ever. I didn't realize that it would cost me hours and hours of my time just trying to get a simple point across. It's a different style house, John.
Always some give and take in real estate.
No, there's not give and take when I tell you specifically what I want and you show me this. I mean, I want something that's got 2 stories. I want something that's in a much nicer neighborhood than this. I mean, I'm sorry, John.
The Wallace family are good and decent folk.
There's lots of good and decent folk here, but there's lots of not so good and decent folk, too.
It was at that moment that I realized that Mike was a little bit prejudiced and wanted everyone to be just like him. And I'll never find a house or a neighborhood for this guy.
I mean, really, John.
Okay, I got a perfect house for you in the perfect neighborhood.
All right, where?
It's about 5 miles across town. It's colonial in that it's really old.
John.
It's a ranch in that it's mice infested, so you can raise
John,
those.
do I look stupid to you? I mean, tell me the truth.
It was at that moment that I knew I had to lie to Mike about how he looked. You're a genius. We all know that. You look great. But listen, you want too much from this town. There are no ranches here of colonial Williamsburg.
I didn't say colonial Williamsburg. I just said colonial style. And I don't think it's too much to want something decent. I mean,
Williamsburg is the only colonial I know. I went to public school, Mike. I don't know about fancy, schmancy other colonials. I'm sure they had colonial in Japan. I don't know about it.
Where did you get your real estate license?
It was at that moment that I had to tell Mike that I bought my real estate license from Real Estate License or Us.
Where?
Mike, my real estate license was left to me when my father passed away. It's a family business, Mike. I'm doing my best here. This is a good house. You can make gingerbread cookies here. I don't know if it makes you feel colonial. I don't know. But this is the house I need to sell.
I felt sorry for John. He was always a little bit slow. I went to high school with him. I went to elementary school with him. I knew his family, but it was just getting to be too much. Look, John, I'm sorry, but this isn't working out, man. You know, it's just not working out, and I don't think that you're the right agent for me. And
Mike, we go way back. I got to sell this house. I'm 2 payments late on it now. Because at that point, I forgot that Mike didn't know it was my house.
Wait a minute, John. You say you live here? You live here?
Live is a interpretive term. I stay here.
I was impressed that John actually knew a word like interpretive. I mean, I can't buy this. I can't
Of course
do
you
that.
can.
No, it's bad juju. Don't you know? To buy a friend's house, it's bad juju. I can't do that. I could never live here.
It was at that moment that I realized I had to tell Mike I hated his guts and we weren't friends. And it was perfectly okay for him to buy my house. Look, we're friends. Of course we're friends. I love you to death. I met your wife at Conseco thing, you know.
And scene.